What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about meme coins in this video. We're going to talk about meme coins that were relevant last cycle and still might be relevant this cycle, and I think they are. Meme coins that are relevant this cycle, and they've just come about this cycle. You know, coins like Pepe and Brett. We're going to talk about Dogecoin, Shiba, Floki, and Dogelon for coins that were relevant last cycle, all the dog coins. The coins that are more relevant this cycle, we're going to talk about Pepe and Brett. And if I can think, I feel like I'm missing one. Maybe Book of Memes. There might be another one, and I'm just forgetting. But those three. And then we're going to talk about Jesus Coin and Pajamas because those are meme coins that I personally own myself. Hit that like button and subscribe, you guys. We're also going to go over a little theory at the end. And it might sound like, oh, whatever, theory. I'll skip through that. But I'm going to save it for the very end because I have a feeling most people won't be interested. But I do think it's interesting. And I think it's something to pay attention to when considering meme coins. So I definitely think that at the end, the little theory part will be worth watching. So, and just so I don't forget, I'm going to write right here in big words. I'm going to write, don't forget the theory. It's the theory. It's just a little theory. Anyways, guys, hit that like button, subscribe. Let's get started. Pajamas at the bottom of this range, right? This consolidation phase right here. You can see that it is a clear horizontal range that we are in. Not the best straight lines that I've drawn, but you can see what I'm going for, right? We're definitely in the lower quadrant, the lower areas of this. I think it's a good time to get in. My last purchase for Pajamas was actually at 3 cents. As I said, this is a coin that I hold personally. Steve Chen, just so you guys know, he's one of the 3 co-founders of YouTube, and he backs this thing. He puts 50 to 80 hours a week into this thing, and spoiler alert, that's going to be part of my theory later. Not for Pajamas specifically, but using this as an example of what to look for in meme coins. Okay, but again, that's for later. So looking at this here, guys, we are still waiting on a movement up. The reason why I bought at 3 cents, the reason why I said screw it, let's just buy, I literally bought like right at 3 cents. I set my limit order on Soulflare. They've got limit orders now, right there. Reason why I bought there, and I even said, I remember whenever I made the video saying that I bought here, it was either here or here. I forget when, but I remember when I said it, I said that it's probably not a wise idea to buy here because we've just been finding resistance. If you're trading this range, this would actually be an area to sell, and then you buy at lower prices. The reason that I bought was because I was like, well, if we go down, we're going to be in this range. I can live with that. But if we go up, I think we're at least going to break 6 cents. So that's at least doubling my money. The risk versus reward, you know, essentially, if you took, let's put it right at like 3 cents there. I bought a little bit higher than that, actually. I mean, I guess it's not good risk reward, to be completely fair. 52% drop for a 100% plus gain. That's not. It probably is roughly like a 2 to 1 at the worst, which that's just not that good, right? There's definitely better things out there, but my head, man, you know how it is sometimes whenever you get euphoric. You think things are going to break out. Things were exciting back here, right? Bitcoin was at May 30th. Let's go back to Bitcoin. Let's see what Bitcoin was doing on May 30th. Nope. Bitcoin was not exciting. I don't know what euphoria I was feeling, man, but I was feeling it for Pajamas back here. It looked like it was going to break out. We had volume building, you know, I definitely thought we would, but I think crypto taking a dump probably is the reason why Pajamas has moved down. Anyways, guys, this part's taking too long. All I want to say is we're at the base of this range. I'm actually considering buying more Pajamas because I do think whenever it goes up, this sub 2 cent price will be a nice average on the next phase up, right? Which I definitely think that we could assume to see a move much like the one that we just came from, right? Something that could take you even above 10 cents, let alone above 6 cents. So being here below 2 cents, that's decent gains in a very short amount of time. What I would expect to happen in a very short amount of time, right? It does not take long for this thing to move up, even in its small moves, right? Even here, right? One day it moved up 129%, right? It doesn't take long. When this thing wants to move, when there's a little bit of volume in there, it moves. It does well. Let's talk about Jesus Coin next, and then we're going to talk about all our favorite dog coins, and then we'll talk about the more relative ones. Wiener AI. Just trying to think of a joke for that, and I can't. I'm going to pass on that one. Jesus Coin here, sitting at about 70845. I do think that we're in the area. We might have actually even found our low. This could have been the low 2 days ago that we were looking for Jesus coin, and now we're going to begin moving up again. The reason why I like this low is because if we draw a line right there, it does kind of come into this zone here. I'm going to actually use a box to show this zone, so there's different colors kind of in this zone. Yeah, something like, if I can get it, let's see. I've got the magnet on, so I've got to like get away from all the bars. Something like that. We dipped into the zone. We dipped into this buy zone. We can extend it out actually over here. And we don't have to go all the way down. In fact, I think near the upper ends of this box is actually the more expected thing to kind of happen. Double bottoms do happen, but they're often not as common as higher lows go, right? A higher low is more common than a double bottom is, but they do happen. Debatably, this could be a triple bottom, right? You've got one bottom here, 2, 3. That is oftentimes how they look. They're not like too symmetrical. Double bottoms are pretty close, where triple bottoms, they're kind of sparse and spread out like that. In my experience, I don't know, maybe other people have a different opinion on that, but they're less common, that's for sure. Anyways, enough of that. Bouncing off the oversold zone on the daily, maintaining higher lows on the daily, maintaining higher lows in your price. If we look at the relative fib from this low, that's not the low, but whatever, low to high right there, bouncing right off the 6.9, right? Literally right there, 6.9, 618, that's your golden ratio zone. You closed right below the 618, then you closed above it yesterday, so 1 day below it, 1 day back above it. I think that's a good sign that really could be your low. If not, we could go a little bit lower from here, but I think it's a good time to get in Jesus coin. I'm really going back and forth between buying more Jesus coin or more pajamas. Maybe I should just buy both, honestly. But Jesus coin, yes, I think you found your low. I think it is going to be time sooner than later. I think this is the higher low we've been looking for. Sooner than later, over the coming weeks, over the coming months, we're going to see this breakout take place. Maybe this month, maybe next month, we will be at new all-time highs. At this point, I would think probably likely next month or August versus this month. But it really could be this month. This thing does like to move up fast when it decides to, but it can take its time, right? It can take multiple months. So anyways, at any rate, I do think whenever Jesus coin decides to take flight and ascend to the heavens, right? 382 rejection, 0.069 support. No, it's actually just kind of in the middle of nowhere. The minimum extended price target would be at about a 12x from here, 12.5x. From the current price, from right here, right? 12.5x, potentially all the way up to like a 26x and beyond. Really moves like that could happen. If we take this from the current price to there, oops, I guess I can delete that. From the current price to the 26, 27x there, you put it down at this low here, the most recent macro low that we had to the high, that's not even the whole move, right? So we can absolutely, it took time. It took, from September, end of September until the end of November. So it took like 2 months, but it doesn't have to stop at a 26x is all I'm trying to say. At any rate, higher highs are coming, and looking at it like this, man, I'm actually thinking maybe I should buy more Jesus coin, but I've got a lot, man. Fun fact, it's been a while since I've checked, but last I checked, I was in the top 300, maybe it was top 350 wallets for Jesus coin out of like, how many wallets are there now? Let's see, 16,000? It's something like 1,800 of them are less than $1 in holdings, so they're kind of ghost wallets, right? But still, top 350 or top 300, I forget what it is. That's, and I don't own a lot of it, but I own a lot of it, I guess, for the community, which is kind of cool. Someone told me that you have to have X amount of money to be considered a whale in the Jesus coin community. I think if there's 16,000 wallets, I think you're a whale if you're in like the top 500. Like maybe you're like, but financially, US dollar wise, maybe you're not like actually, a whale. But all the top 100 coin holders are definitely whales. Anyways, no debate there. Anyways, guys, Jesus coin, that's that. Probably moving up. I think it's found its low. If it moves down, it's not going to be by much. Let's talk about Dogecoin, the Mac Daddy meme coin itself, man. Dogecoin here, probably my favorite meme, and I don't own any of it, but I am planning on buying some later in the cycle. I'll just kind of go over briefly why I'm going to buy later in the cycle and why I don't own this behemoth of a meme coin. One of the few cryptos that actually has been used for real world assets like real world goods, which most cryptos aim to do but never actually achieve. Dogecoin has done that without a development team, right? Without like any marketing going for it, other than like Elon Musk, right? But Elon Musk for Tesla accepted Dogecoin for various things, and Mavericks accepted Dogecoin for the Dallas Mavericks. Mark Cuban, they accepted Dogecoin for merchandise. If we compare this, you compare Dogecoin here to Bitcoin, BTC USD. I'm just going off of history, right? This is all we can do is go off of history and assume. It doesn't have to be perfect, but we can assume. So looking at Bitcoin for what it is, this is the chart of Bitcoin, right? This is the price relative to Bitcoin. This is the price relative to Doge. Okay, so no, Bitcoin is not here at $17. It's back here at $69,000. Anyways, Bitcoin, Dogecoin. All right, cool. When did Dogecoin really start to move? When did it really start to move? It was here, right? I mean, it moved up. It found its low down here, right, around the same time Bitcoin did. It found its low here around the time that Bitcoin found its COVID crash low, right? It found its low over here around Bitcoin's low. Okay, they all found their low, but when did it really start to move? Moved a little bit here, but when did it really start to move? It was right here. So we're going to put a line right there. We're going to put a line right here. I would say that's when it really started to move. And debatably, we could be starting to move now, but I don't think we are. I think Dogecoin's got a history of messing with us, but I'll save that for the end of this segment. Anyways, date range. Now we're going to go to at what point Bitcoin was at its lowest. You know what? Actually, I think we should put it in candlestick format instead of line format, candles. It's obvious which one's Bitcoin and which one's Dogecoin, right? Here. If it's not obvious, we'll make this one orange. There we go. Now it should be obvious. Okay, but now we actually have the actual lows with the actual highs, not just the closing price. From the low, the most relative low in Bitcoin right here, this day, this month, to this month here, it took Dogecoin essentially 19 months to find its rhythm and start moving up. 19 months, which means that we only had till the high 9 months left in the cycle. 9 months only. It moved. It made its move, its Dogecoin move, in 9 months. It was going up before then, but it really didn't do Dogecoin things until it had 9 months left in the cycle. It doesn't need a lot of time, and it often actually does do its thing toward the end of the cycle. The next low that we had was here for Bitcoin. Okay, that was our cycle low. We didn't start moving up in Dogecoin until this month here. That was 23 months, 19 months, 23 months, give or take 5 months, 4 months, right? That's pretty damn close. Again, you know, a lot of time from the low to when Dogecoin started to move up, a lot of time in the bull cycle. The reason why I'm going from the lows is because this is when, sorry, I forgot I had two charts on here. Come on now. This is when the bear market ended and the bull market began for Bitcoin. That's why I'm measuring. Bear market ended, bull market began. This is your bull market phase, right? How far into the bull market did it take for Dogecoin to start moving up? It took 23 months, of which we had, once it did start to move, until the actual all-time high came in, it was 12 months left, right? 23 months, 12 months. I mean, if you add that together, that's 35. 23 out of 35, that's essentially 2/3. 19 plus 9 is 28. 19 out of 28, that's essentially 2/3 as well. It took 2/3 of the bull cycle both times for Dogecoin to just chill, do its thing, have pumps, have dumps, have pumps, have dumps, you know, moments of excitement, but large moments of just boringness to move up. We've had a pump here. I don't think that we're about to do this. I think if we were about to do this, right, we would have already done it. I think we would have already done it, personally. I think we would have. I think what this is more comparable to something like this back here, or this right here, or this right here, right? It's maybe even this right here. It's comparable. We're getting closer to it, but we're not quite there yet. Now, I do want to measure from the low of this cycle for Bitcoin to where we are currently, presently. That's 19 months, right now, 19 months, okay? 19 months, 23 months. Could it be 19 months this time? Could it be closer to 23 months? Might it be longer? I don't know. We'll see whenever it happens. But being that it is 19 months now, it is possible, I suppose, that Dogecoin could start to do its growth. But 9 months, 12 months until Dogecoin found, actually, I'm sorry, I did this one wrong. I did 12 months until the cycle was over. It actually only grew for 6 months. There we go. Dogecoin only grew for 6 months. Some of you might have been like, why are you measuring this? That doesn't, I got sidetracked with the Bitcoin cycles. 9 months, right? 9 months. It's actually, Dogecoin topped off in 10 months and 6 months. After it started moving, it took 10 months and 6 months, okay, to start moving. So if Dogecoin were, being that it's 19 months now, comparing it to the first cycle, if it were to find its high in 10 months, or six months, which was what we saw last time, that'd mean that the end of Dogecoin's cycle would be by the end of this year in 2024. And I don't think that's going to happen. I think it has more of a cycle to go than just that. If it's 10 months, right, because that's the other one, that'd be in April 2025. I could see that could happen, but again, you'd have to start taking off now. If Dogecoin takes off without me, I guess it's just taking off without me, man. But the whole premise here again is that I do think that Dogecoin is going to start moving closer to this, probably closer to like 23 months, not 19 months, which would give us until October, the end of this year, potentially toward the beginning of next year if we do see it extend in time, right? So I'm just planning on putting money into Dogecoin later this year when some of my coins, some of my meme coins have rolled into profits. I'm going to roll those profits into Dogecoin. Not all of them, but just some of them. At any rate, Dogecoin, I think, will grow a lot. I just think in the more immediate term, over the coming months, over the summer, it's probably going to be boring. But time will tell. Looking at the weekly here. Weekly RSI looks fine. It could definitely go lower and still be fine. Daily RSI looks like it wants to go lower. Went off on a massive tangent with that one, but that's okay. Yeah, you could go a little bit lower. I think Dogecoin goes a little bit lower. Man, my voice is all scratchy right now. I don't know why. I don't know. Because I'm talking, I guess. 13.8 cents, 13.4 cents. That's your next target area. You absolutely could go lower. 10 cents, below 10 cents targets are still on the table, and you could take months to see that. So I'm not expecting much for it. Dogecoin, Shiba. Shiba, looks like I was calling for this back here on this day, calling for a move up. Well, we rejected the 382 again, and now we're moving down. Holding the 236. I wouldn't be surprised if Shiba did move up here, but all in all, it's going to move with Dogecoin. So if Dogecoin keeps moving down, Shiba will keep moving down. If Dogecoin moves up a little bit, Shiba might move up here and then inevitably move down. I'm going to assume that Shiba doesn't really separate from the pack, as it were. The daily RSI does look somewhat bearish. I would expect rather immediate downside action. Actually, this bearish engulfing candle took the cake there. Looking at the 4 hour looks pretty bad too. The weekly could go lower and still look fine. So yeah, Shiba probably does go lower. How low is it going to go? That was my cat. I mean, it's possible it already found its low, but if it does go lower, we're looking for 402, 4019, somewhere in that area. Potentially lower, potentially all the way back down to 4016, 4013, 14, whatever. 401, maybe not 401, but 16 could really happen. 4016 wouldn't be crazy at all. Over time, not tomorrow, just over time. That's Shiba. Now we're going to talk about Floki Inu. Floki on a weekly, having a little bit of bearish divergence presenting itself. Looking like it, I mean, it did hit new all-time highs. Looking like it wants to break out. Let's see if we can find something with volume. Man, this cough is annoying. It's not a cough. It's like phlegm, but not. It's more annoying than that. It just never goes away. High to low. We're going to do it without volume, apparently. Yeah, you look good, man. I mean, I don't think Floki's stopping you guys until 30446. This one is going to break away from the pack. Maybe Floki is the reason why Dogecoin and Shiba don't sell off, because I bet people are going to sell their Flokis and roll it into Dogecoin, take their profits, maybe put it into Bitcoin, maybe put it into other things too, but maybe they're just diehard. I don't know. Meme coin holders are a different breed, man. They just hold until they die. and then they still hold. Yeah, I would expect Floki to start moving up, actually. You're at 3027. I'm thinking 3045 coming at you hot sooner than later and beyond. If you take the more relative high to low, your 1272, 1414, that 2272 splits that. The 1886 all the way up to the 2618. Hey, you could, man. You could. I'm just saying. You might not stop at 3044. You might move all the way up to 3074. Anyways, Floki, looking good. Looking really good. If you go down in the immediate term, it won't be by much. I think you look great. Probably the best looking meme coin chart so far that we've seen. Well, I guess Dogecoin's chart's way better, actually. But Floki, that's that. Dogelon, Mars, Elon, right? On KuCoin, is there one that has more history? No. Mexi? No, we're going to use KuCoin. Okay. Actually, we'll put that fib back on there. High to low, 382 hit, 236 area, monthly RSI, weird, neutral, whatever. Weekly RSI, neutral, but kind of good. Kind of good, actually. I like the price structure too. Higher lows and higher highs is not bad. Relative low to relative high. You might go lower. I just don't think you do. The way that it looks, I don't think that you would actually go lower than that low. So you're probably near your low, if not at it already, but you could go a little bit lower. You're at, what is that, 6 zeros, 5 zeros, whatever, 1, 8, 6 zeros, 5 zeros, however many zeros that is. I think it's 6, let's say 6. 1, 7, 7 might be where you go. Again, it's just a little bit lower. I think that's fine. I mean, I think you're right at the area. You could go a little bit lower today, but I don't think you need to. But if you do, it's not a big deal. 4 hour, pulling some double bottom look here, bullish divergence. Yeah, you might move up today or tomorrow, or maybe even just like half of this day you might move up and then finish the day down, or tomorrow you go down, but just a little bit, and then work your way up. I don't know how it'll look, but inevitably for Dogelon here, and being that we don't have the low certified yet, actually I think that's the low there, so we do actually have a certified low. The low for this move, not yet, but the low for this overall move, yes, we have that. The 1618, your golden extension of this small correction here that you've had versus this large correction that you've had, your 1618 extension lines up directly with your 618 extension. And the 1886 corresponding. Wow, this actually all the way up. You're probably going to stair step your way all the way up here, man. Your next target ultimately going up is going to be 60744. You're at 6018 right now. So Dogelon has some growth to do over the summer, I think. That's the dog coins, all right? That's all the dog coins in a nutshell. Let's talk about the frog coins and the Brett, the dog. Is Brett a dog? I don't know. I don't know what Brett is, man. Pepe on crypto, sure. Pepe, man, it's been doing phenomenal. I knew whenever I first heard of this coin, it was like literally this week. It was literally this week, and it wasn't on any exchanges that I was using, and I wasn't trying to use DEXs at that point in time. I was trying to put more money. Right, this is April 2023. I was trying to put more money into like more solid assets, not just meme coins. But I did think Pepe would do good. It's just if it was available on like Kraken or Coinbase or something, I might have bought it. But I was just trying to organize my funds into more blue chip coins. But man, this thing's made a name for itself. It's definitely a blue chip now. And of course, back then, right, you can say I knew it was going to do well, but like you nut up or shut up, right? And I didn't nut up. I just so maybe I'll just shut up. But anyways, I do remember thinking this thing would do well. That's all I'm trying to say. It's done pretty well for itself. It's all the way up at its high to low here, all the way up at its 1618 golden extension. Hit the 1414, pulled back to the 100.886 area, very classic maneuver, up to the next fib extension, and you found resistance, very classic in itself. You might pull back to about 40.1028. You're at 40.1209 right now, so a little bit lower. And then 40.26, 40.57, that awaits you. You've got higher to go, Pepe. You absolutely do. I think you could see 4 zeros, 5-7 by the end of this year, let alone by the end of the cycle. But we'll see. Time will tell. However low you go, I think it will be a higher low. So if you don't stop at the 1414 and by chance you actually go down to your 1272, that's okay. You know, that's fine. Pepe. Brett is the next one. You know, I'm going to use Brett on here actually. I'm actually confused with Brett, you guys, okay? So somebody help me, because I know I've had people tell me this before, that you have to use the Uniswap Brett or the ETH Brett, because there's a Brett imposter out there, but that's a problem, right? That's a problem, because I don't know. I'm not. This looks like Brett. That looks like Brett. That looks different, right? But still kind of similar, but different. Obviously, same, different. Obviously, there. I don't know, you know, but looking at the volume, you can see 8.4 million here, 3.7 million there. I'm assuming the one 5.3 million there, 16 million here, all the way down here. That's Uniswap wrapped ETH, aged for 3 months versus aged, it doesn't say up here, 3 months, whatever, 5 months there. I don't know. It's rather confusing. You would think that the one that's the oldest, wrapped ETH, Brett, on Uniswap, you would think that'd be the one, but the pair's different. Look at the pair right here. The contract's different. The contract's different. Contract's different here. And they're all different prices too. These two are similar in price, and they see a lot of volume, right? That one's somewhat similar in price, but different, and not as much volume, not nearly as much. You get more volume in, and then it's this one. I'm assuming it's the one that's worth 15.8 cents. Let's see what Brett's worth on CoinGecko here. Brett. 15.8 cents. So we're going to go with that, because that's the one that's ranked 69. Hey, good job. Good job snagging the 69th spot, man. And then we'll use the one with the most volume, which was down here, oddly enough, at 16 million. Yeah, that's the one, 15.9. Yeah. I don't know. But see, it looks like this. Oh, there we go. Put your log in. It's such a weird chart on Dex Screener. I mean, there's just not a lot of history that's accurate with it, actually. You know, like it's so weird. Where if I use this one up here that says 9 months, but that's a different price. See, we can't use that one. But if that's the OG, why is it a different price? I just don't understand, man. I really don't. Somebody needs to help me understand. Nobody needs to, but I would greatly appreciate it. I don't know. We'll try this one out. Something that has a bit more of a normal. That's essentially what we were just looking at, you know? I want more history, but that's okay. Brett, like, where's all this? Where is it? Why am I just getting this? Why can't I get all this back here? Brett. We're just going to do this one. No, because it's a different price. Oh, man. The flow of this video is off the hook, you guys. Anyways, all right. Hey, there we go. All right. Hey, that works. I've got an RSI on it, so this one I've actually used before. Okay, cool. Good job, Brett. There we go. Relative high to low here. Almost at your 1618. You're at 15.84 cents right now. I would think you do continue up to about 18.6 cents. Overbought as hell on the daily. I mean, you're in the prime of it now. You're in the strength, man. You're in the shit. So yeah, I think you're about to continue growing. Probably. I feel pretty confident in that. Yeah, you look good. You're probably going to start like today, tomorrow. You're going to go up, yeah. And you might not stop there. You might continue past that, right? Pepe, Brett, what's the other one? Game of Memes. No. Book of Memes. Gome is another one, but Book of Memes, I suppose, is a little bit more popular. Still not that popular, but somewhat popular. Yeah, it's just doing nothing. You guys, I would stay away from Book of Memes. The reason why I would stay away from Book of Memes is, and it's kind of the same reason I stay away from Brett, is the high market cap. It's a very high market cap. Whenever it came out, like in its first 2 days, it broke $1 billion in market cap. Like, what makes this thing worth $1 billion? It's a meme coin. There's no utility to it, right? And that's actually a spoiler alert on what we're going to be talking about here in just a second. I don't know, man. It can go lower. It can go not just all the way back down here. It's at about 1.09 cents right now, but it could go all the way down to $0.007, right? It could go all the way down here and below. It could go all the way down to half its price, below half its price from here, and see these extensions. I don't know. I would say based on the RSI, based on where you are in the fibs, I would say you're very near your low, but not at it yet. So maybe just below a cent is where you find your low, and then you can move up from there. But how high will you go? I don't know. You're already at near $1 billion. Like, you can only grow so much. I don't think this thing has a 30x in it, a 20x in it, right? And we've gone over coins in this video that at the worst they look like they're going to 20x, right? Like, I don't think this thing has legs, but it's going to move down for now, and then it'll move up. But I'm a hater of this coin, I guess. I'm just a hater because it's like, why? Why do you deserve this market cap? There's all these other meme coins. Why do you deserve this? It's probably because you have insiders who put a lot of money in here and they're trying to buy it, or they're trying to pump up a project that they can dump on people like you and me. So it just makes me want to stay away from it. Anyways, I want to finish this video up, guys, now with a segment. In case this video didn't lose enough people with all the ramblings and fumblings and trying to find what Brett chart was right and all that stuff, this part's going to be a little bit long, so buckle up. It might not be long. I don't know. I'm just kind of freeballing it, right? But I forget where I heard this. I might have been watching Bliss from the Bitcoin Cash podcast, their Bliss conference. And then I heard it there. Maybe I heard it from someone else's video, or maybe I heard it in an X space. I don't know. But I heard this and it didn't make sense. It made sense, but it didn't. It seemed like one of those things that's kind of obvious. I'm like, yeah, but don't put too much thought into that, right? Who cares? Whatever. Nobody knows what the next biggest coin's going to be, and that's what the conversation was what the next biggest coin in crypto is going to be. And what it really wasn't what's the next Brett going to be, what's the next Doge going to be, what's the next Bitcoin going to be. It's like what's the next biggest crypto that's going to have an impact in the world going to be, right? That's what the conversation was. And it might have been the Brett space on X where they talked about this, but I'm not 100% sure. But I was thinking about this, and it makes sense. It makes sense what was said, and what I'm rolling with. What I'm about to say is that the next biggest coin is going to be a meme coin that has utility, right? Because right now it's one or the other. Right now the biggest, and there's some meme coins that have utility, right? They promise to have utility, whatever. There's utility in Shiba, but does anybody actually utilize it? I don't know. There's no utility in Dogecoin, but people actually buy real world assets with Dogecoin, which is more than can be said for 99% of cryptos out there, right? So I'm getting off track. The next biggest coin, the coin that what I'm talking about, guys, is a coin that will literally impact the course of human history. It'll be something that's used around the world, okay? It's like that big of a deal. Will probably be a meme coin that boasts utility. And Dogecoin could be that coin if there's development going on with it to be utilized, right? But that might be something to consider when looking at meme coins, right? The reason why this makes sense to me is that there are so many cryptos out there that see death spirals into nothingness that are irrelevant, not even parts of the topical conversations that happen in the crypto space, but they put good work into things. They bring up like new technology, high transaction speeds, high security. You know, they're doing everything right, but they just don't have the right marketing. Where here's a meme coin that comes out, they didn't do any kind of research or hard work at all. Not that it's not hard work to put out a crypto, even a meme coin, it takes a little bit of work, but it's not like what some of these more serious projects are, right? They just named a coin after a cartoon character or a political figure, or they made up their own character that's relevant in the crypto space or something, you know. And there's no technology in it. It's piggybacking most of the time off of either Ethereum's blockchain or now like Solana. You know, it's nothing unique, but the memes catch on. People will put their money into memes just because they think it's fun, whatever, right? If you have people who are willing to put money into something that they think is just fun, but it also has utility and it can change, it can benefit humanity, that would be the next big thing. So I'm thinking in my head what meme coins could have utility going forward. And I'm going back, this is how I said spoiler earlier, is pajamas. I'm going back to pajamas. And Dogecoin, I think, is worth mentioning. Shiba's worth mentioning too, because they got things going for it. I just don't know if it'll stick, because it's the knockoff Dogecoin. They've gotten away from that, but it's a wannabe of the OG. But I mean, maybe Shiba can do its, maybe it's different enough that it can do its sort of thing. I'm not trying to hate on Shiba, but Pajamas has Steve Chen. When I say has Steve Chen, I mean this guy. He's one of the 3 co-founders of YouTube. One of the guys that founded YouTube, right? He said that this is the most exciting thing that he's worked on. It's the most exciting project he's been a part of since YouTube. Okay, he did not found Pajamas. He's not the person that found it. He just heard about it. He bought into it early, and all the developers left, and now he's taking a kind of lead role, I think, in this. I don't know too much about it. I just know like what I can find on X.com. I think he's stepped into the captain's chair, and he's kind of steering the ship right now. Maybe there's someone else. Maybe there's other people in the mix that are steering the ship more. I don't know, but what I do know is he said he's putting 50 to 80 hours in a week on this thing. He said it's the most exciting project he's been a part of since YouTube, right? YouTube's one of the biggest social media apps, devices, or applications in the world, right? Just because he's taking interest in something doesn't mean it's going to be gold, right? He's not King Midas. I mean, maybe he is, I don't know, but what I'm trying to say is, if he's putting 50 to 80 hours a week in this coin, right, that's worth less than 2 cents right now. It's got a market cap that's like 20 million or something like that. It's a really low cap coin. 18.8 million. Is he just having a powwow? Is he smoking weed with the boys? Is he just like playing games with Pajamas as the mascot? Like, is that what he's doing with his 50 to 80 hours a week that he's putting into this project that he says he's the most excited about, a project since he did YouTube? This is the most exciting project he's been a part of since YouTube. Is he just screwing off, or is he actually putting in the work? And what would that work look like? I would think it would be utility. I would think that there is some utility being put in on this. And I do think that the coins, I'm not saying that this is going to be the coin that changes the world. If anybody's thinking that that's where I'm going to go with this, you're way off. It could. Who knows? There could be a future where Pajamas is what everybody uses to pay for Starbucks and Walmart and their Amazon groceries, whatever. I don't know. But I do think that meme coins that promote utility will start to be on the up and up, right? There's going to be meme coins that are just silly, nothing, nonsense coins for jokesies. And then there's going to be that plus utility, plus it does something, plus it helps people financially transact, right? Or whatever other things, right? Plus there's utility to it. So I don't know, just a thought. If any of that made sense, if it all sounded like ravings, whatever the outcome might have been, hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more. I would expect all these altcoins are going to have a phenomenal summer, so it's just a matter of time. Yeah, I'll probably be making a purchase today or tomorrow. If not tonight, then tomorrow, and I'll let you guys know tomorrow what I purchase. Because by the time I make a video tomorrow, I do. Oh man, should I do it tomorrow or should I wait until Monday? I've got. We'll see. We'll see. I'll let you guys know what happens. Anyways, take care. Bye bye. See you on the next one.